What's going on, you guys? Today we're going to be learning the song Riding by Aries. Before we get into it, I would like to ask that if you find this guitar tutorial helpful, that you please subscribe. With that out of the way, let's get into it. You are watching Logan's Lessons. Capo, 7th fret. We have 3 chords for this song. I'll show you the chords and then the strumming pattern. The first chord we have is an A minor chord. To play an A minor chord, we will place our middle finger on the 2nd fret of your D string. That's the 3rd string from your face. Your 3rd finger on the 2nd fret of your G string, the 3rd string from the floor. And your 1st finger on the 1st fret of your B string, which is the 2nd string from the floor. That is an A minor chord. The second chord we have is an F major bar chord. To play an F major bar chord, we are going to take our 1st finger and bar across all of the strings on the 1st fret. Then you'll take your 3rd finger and place it on the 3rd fret from your capo on the A string, your pinky on the 3rd fret from your capo on the D string, and finally we have our middle finger on the 2nd fret of our G string. You play all of the strings there. That's an F major bar chord. And then finally we have one last chord, the E major 7th. Basically what you're going to do is place your 3rd finger on the 2nd fret of your A string and your middle finger on the 1st fret of your G string. Alternatively, you could play it with your middle on the 2nd fret of your A and your 1st finger on the 1st fret of your G, but I choose to do it this way because you can just slide this shape down to here. Now, as far as our right hand is concerned, we do not need a pick. We first start by picking our A string with our thumb in regards to the A minor chord. And then with your index finger, you kind of flick across the strings and strike them like that. Like that. That's the first chord. Then you go to the F major bar chord, which what you do is you move your thumb up to the low E string, you pluck that, and then with your 1st finger on the A string, your middle finger on the D, and your 3rd finger on the G string, you pluck those 3 together. Like that. So, and then you have like a little slap if you want it. That's kind of just a stylistic thing that I'm adding in. It's optional, but what I'm doing is I'm taking this piece of my thumb, the knuckle of my thumb, and slapping the low E string. So, like that. That sound. Moving on, we have the E major 7, where I'm going to pluck my thumb on the low E, my 1st finger on the A string, and then I'm going to slap like on the A minor 7 chord. And you do that twice. So the whole thing being. Now the trick to make it groove like that is to make sure that when you're striking, the notes are very staccato, meaning they're very short and they don't ring out. The trick to do that is muting. So after I strike, notice I mute all of the strings. So it ends up sounding like this. Now the second time through changes slightly. Rather than playing twice like that, the second time you have a, which is playing your thumb on the low E string. Then with your ring finger over here, we're going to pluck the B. Then with our middle, our G, and then our D. So that E major 7 chord will sound like this the second time through the chord progression. The whole loop being. I'll do that slowly. With me now? A little faster. Again. One more time. And that is how you play Riding by Aries. If you have a song request, please comment it or DM me. If you wish to be notified of future videos, hit the bell. I sincerely hope that you are well. Please do me a favor and hit that like button blue. I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe too. I hope this video has been a blessing. You've been watching Logan's Lessons.